She is beautiful. She is a queen. She doesn't sit like me like this. She sits like this. Irene, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I was like, Irene, are you comfortable?
I'm comfortable.
Don't you feel like you need to? No? Like
No, but you already have it going on. Look, your legs on the side.
okay,
like that,
well,
they're
yeah,
crossed.
just that part. The rest will just be over here slouching, getting into the couch and everything. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Complete with a crown.
Ah, wow.
My goodness. You have so many titles. This is your camera. Kindly. Atu holding you back.
Yeah.
Show off.
Twanze from zero all the way up
all
to
the
here. So hi, yes, my name is Irene Gando. I am Miss JKUAT 2018. Went ahead to be Miss Progress 2019. Then again was Miss Africa Kenya 2019. Competed, represented my country, and I was able to bring the crown back home.
Yay.
So now I was Miss Africa 2020.
Okay.
And now I'm here as Miss Grand Kenya 2020. I competed in May. And I was able to become top 20. Miss Grand is one of the Grand Slam pageants, one of the big 5 pageants. And I was able to be top 20 there. And so, yeah, here I am now.
What? Like in the world? That is so beautiful. Why did you ever want to get into this? Was it modeling first, or did you just want to be a pageant queen?
It was modeling first.
Okay.
Actually, I started to discover there's something like pageantry, really discover it in
Yes.
2018.
Okay.
Can you imagine? And then when I hit the ground running. I just went all the way. It's just
Did you know about this when you were young, growing up? What did you want to be? What
Well,
did you want to get into?
everyone
Because
knows.
you've studied such serious courses. Yani kuna venye umesikia nikiongea math.
yeah. Nimesikia.
Umesikia lembo nisiguze. Woka decide that's where.
That's my place to shine.
What?
So yeah, everyone knows about Miss World. Yeah, everyone knows about Miss World, and but no one really knows what it is.
Yeah.
Like if you really ask, no one really knows what it is. Just know there's a
Silly
Miss
Miss
World,
World.
and it's a big deal. That's
Yes.
it. I think that was also me.
Okay.
I started my journey wanting to be a pageant queen. I mean, wanted to be a model. Just in general. To walk on runways. At most, I knew Victoria's Secret. I'm like, yes.
Ulikuwa umeenda Bali.
Bali.
But there was nothing here really, Ivo Sana. I mean, I just remember Sanaipei. And it was such a big deal back then, Miss Tourism.
Yeah.
That in the local scene.
Exactly. Pageantry is not really known here. That's why I think also it's not easy for people to know and associate with different pageants, know what to try, what works for me, because there's so many pageants to try out, and you'll find one is in your strength, so you can be able to pursue it.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I started just wanting to be a model. I said, let me try this out. I think it's because my family, my friends are like, you're tall.
Exactly. I wanted to ask, were they always telling you, kuwa cabin crew?
Yeah, it was always either cabin crew or be a model. Like
I was told I can't even be
be a
cabin crew,
model.
short and around kadungulu. So, nilikuwa naambiwa ukijaribu kuandika vitu hiyo isikakue kwa hizo. It's for the tall and slender.
Yeah, so
Oh my God.
naambiwa sana. So I was being told, try this out. And then the first time I actually did, like going in front of a camera, taking some photos, I just loved it. Okay, wow, okay. It's not sikusema too. It's not just the height. I actually like this. And then I remember in Form 4, I went on, we had some, those 2 events in school. So they put tables all round, and we used that as the runway. And so I went round that table, catwalking and everything, and then I walked out, and everyone after that was like, if you don't become a model,
Krisha,
I don't know you, I don't want
you.
to know you, everything. So I also saw it's something, it's not just in my mind, because sometimes you're good at something, but
kwa
in
kichwa
your
yako
mind.
tu, you get affirmed and you loved it, and you
Yeah.
could see the pictures and be like, not
Exactly.
so bad. I could work with what I see.
Exactly.
We have a couple of pictures of you.
Ooh.
So if we can have them on the screen now, that would be, what?
Ooh.
Who is that? Wow.
It's a
Oh
Nigerian
my God.
artist
So you
did
got into the
most.
very first pageant, Shule, alongside, ulikuwa unasoma, please tuambie kile ulikuwa unasoma kwa sababu.
So I'm in JKUAT and I study math and computer science.
Math and computer science is hard. It's equal to no.
Kasema wacha niongeze math.
Okay. What was happening here in this particular picture?
So this is when I was Miss Africa. So here I was actually in Nigeria doing a shoot with a photographer who wanted to do this shoot. You see, it's Christmas time. So
Yes.
Christmas I spent in Nigeria last year. So I was able to, this was really just to market for the other queens to also come compete so I can hand over my crown.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is Miss Africa.
Yes, Miss Africa, which was last year.
Okay. And so there's no one direction. Ukienda to his side, there's no usiende ingine ama you can get into as many pageants as you want. Is there a limit to it?
You're allowed to explore as many pageants as you want. Sometimes what happens is maybe if you try something like Miss World and then you try Miss Universe, just to be smart, you want to put maybe an year or two break because it's also a business for them and they don't want to have the same face like you are Miss World, then you are Miss Universe. It doesn't normally happen. And you find that either when you're Miss World, you won't compete for Miss Universe now because those are the two ultimate pageants. But then the others going down, you're able to compete from one system to another. So it's just for you also to be smart because you don't want to remain in the same level. If you get one good pageant at this level, win it, go to the next level. So for example, Miss JKUAT, I won that, went to the next level. I did Miss Progress International. I was Miss Progress Kenya. I got to top 20 of Miss Progress, and I said, what's the next level from here? Miss Africa. So I went to Miss Africa.
Like a manager. No. I don't think you don't.
I don't.
So you just what is the next one? I will train myself.
Can you imagine? I don't have a manager. I don't have a trainer. I've completely what do people say? Self-made.
Woo, child.
Yeah.
So it's expensive.
It is.
The gowns are not easy to come by. I was part of Miss Tourism, I think 2018, thereabouts, and you would see the counties get in to help, dress their girls, just make them look good. And one thing that would come out is it's not easy. And sometimes pageants in Guinea, you need to go out of the country. You need air ticket, visa, where to stay, what to wear, what designers. How do you do all of that? Do you by yourself?
If I can tell you, pageantry has called out every kind of skill I can have in me. I've been able to hone it out because of pageantry.
Unashona manguo,
Sishoni manguo, your skill.
Okay.
I don't have that skill. But honestly, I've been able to, kind of a business mindset. I've been able to look at myself as a brand, sit down, write proposals to different, designers, different, even makeup artists. I've been able to work with a few to teach me how to do my makeup and then to do makeup when I have shoots. So I've been able to kind of become this brand that also works for myself,
Yeah.
So I'm my own PR strategist. I'm my own,
So how did you get on this show?
How I got on this show, that was actually a friend.
Okay, so even that works for you. It's the connections you've made along the way.
As you go and you
make connections.
As you're building yourself up, people start noticing you.
Okay.
And then they put it down somewhere. So one day when they're thinking about, okay, who can I send here? It becomes you on their mind. But it has to start with you, honestly.
It's true.
It has to start with you. That's what I've learned from pageantry. You have to be the one to believe in yourself and then go out and get what you want for yourself. So for my first pageant, I went to my designer friend and I asked her, I can be able to exchange this for your clothes. I can be able to market them for you. I'll do a photo shoot. I'm the one who's gonna handle how to do it. You just give me the clothes. I'll do brilliant work if you can give me the clothes to have on stage. And I was able to get that. And I've done that with most of the pageant systems I've been. And now it has gotten to a time that I have now designers looking for me and saying, okay, I know you're going to this pageant. You always do an amazing job at pageants. You're always ending up at top. So here, have the clothes. Just go market my clothes for me, So it has to start with you.
And away from the glitz and the glam, you look absolutely gorgeous. But looking like this and carrying the crown the way you are and the sash and the titles comes with a lot of responsibilities to yourself, to the community that is standing by you, choosing you and, vouching for you. What projects are you doing now?
Now here's the thing. So many people stay in pageantry and they only think about what you've just said, the glitz and glam. I need to be beautiful, I need to have a good dress, and so many people don't win pageants because of that, because that's not how you win a pageant. They're looking for someone who can be relatable, someone who wants to give some good to the world, because the more you're doing good, the more their brand is also being uplifted as, Miss Universe has done this, Miss Africa has done this, and it becomes a whole thing for their brand as well. They're not only looking for a pretty face, they're looking for someone who has a heart for the people and has brains on how you're going to do do it. You know, so many times people think once you become Miss Africa, for example, you're going to now have interviews, people looking for you for interviews. It happens, but not without your own initiative. So you think people are going to be looking for you for interviews, they're going to give you projects to do, they're going to call you and say, distribute this here. It doesn't happen like that. If you don't do anything, and this is what happens with most girls when they win pageants, if you don't do anything off of your own, you're just going to end up your ear of rain, you just sat. Nothing else happened. But you need to step out and decide, okay, I'm going to start this project. And then as you're doing it is when people start following through, you know, coming and saying, okay, now I'm going to partner with you on this project. So as Miss Africa, I was able to speak a lot. I used my Instagram. There was COVID, you know, 2020, everything was locked down.
But
so
you also won a pageant in 2020. Were you doing it via Zoom?
Yo.
There are no cheers.
No, I've actually never done a virtual pageant. I don't think I would want to.
Like
I love the thrill
the thrill of the stage with people, the applause.
So in 2020, Miss Africa I competed in 2019 December, 27th December. So when you win, you're given the title as Miss Africa the next year, because this year is technically over. So that's why I was Miss Africa 2020, but I didn't win it in 2020. So, but now winning it and COVID happening, there was a lockdown. I had to go out, think out of the box. Because normally what happens is I'd travel back and forth in Nigeria, around Africa, doing my project. And I had a whole plan for that. But then COVID happened. So now do you sit down and decide that I won't do any good? And yet it's your responsibility as a beauty queen to be able to use your platform as a leadership platform. So I sat down and I said, okay, let me use, what do I have? I have my Instagram. I have at least a good following now. Let's use that. And so I started a webinar series where I'd have guest speakers, I'd have activists, I'd have just normal Monenchis from different countries talk about their experience living in the country, what they think can be done, so people can have this whole holistic perspective of Africa, instead of this idea that Africa is poverty and, you know, one nation. You know,
God.
It's really annoying. So I was trying to break that mentality, and I was able to do that as Miss Africa. Now as Miss Grand, what I'm actually doing right now, because I always say, whether I win a pageant or I don't, as long as I have a level, like a platform in it, then I need to make sure I've used it completely to serve the people. So as Miss Grand, what I'm doing is, I know most of you actually know about the story of little Aya. So I am trying to use my platform to fundraise also for her. They're already doing it, but I'm also trying to do it with them. So what I'm having incentives. If you fundraise using my team Miss Africa / Miss Grand Kenya, you actually stand a chance to win a couple of things every week. And then ultimately there'll be a grand prize. So I thought on my own, I can maybe give 10,000 to her. But if I was able to rally people and use maybe this 10,000 to have these incentives, how much more can we be able to make?
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's what I'm currently doing as Miss Grand.
You are doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
You know, I come out at some point, you know, as a beauty queen, you like me danza kuji dress. I will come up with a title that I feel good about and probably do something good in the world with it. But it is amazing what you're doing. And so what next? You're Miss Grand Kenya now. Is there a competition to see if you're going to be Miss Grand World and when this is done?
So I already did that competition, and I was able to get to top 20. But I didn't make it past that. But then I said, you know what, it's fine. I had plans for the crown, but I still need to make sure I'm using my Miss Grand title as something. So this is one of the mistakes so many people do. You go to compete for, let's say, Miss World, you don't win, you come back, maybe do 1 or 2 interviews, and that's it. Or you go to compete for Miss anything, like any pageant in general. So you need to always make sure, am I using my platform to do good? And I've been able to see that with other beauty queens as well. So I'm really inspired. I've seen Wavinya, who's Miss World right now. She's been able to still use her platform to the capacity that she can. And I really like that, because up until I think this year, it wasn't happening before. People just go compete, and when they don't win, then that's it. They on to the next thing.
Whoever won, you do you. Social media handles. Our time is up, Irene.
Social media handle is Renee Queen. RENNIE _QUIN.
And keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
So that's where people can tune in to find out when you're fundraising again for little Aya?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We're going to take a very short commercial break. We will be right back. Don't go too far.